This is Florida Natural Farming at Frog Valley Tropical Fruit Farm. And just looking at this new leaf on this Monstera deliciosa albo. It's started turning green. I didn't have it in sun. It was a node cutting I bought for $150, like this big. Planted it outside 2 years ago, and I know it's got half moon because the first leaf was okay, but then as it grew up, it got green leaves and very little white. But then I moved it over here to the sun more, and it is finally gonna have a lot of variegation in the next leaf, I'm presuming from the look of the stem. The stem down here was very white, so that's where that half node came from. I'm just obsessed with these houseplants. I started planting cuttings outside of some of them, and one plant that I purchased, Philodendron maximus, and probably one I'm most obsessed with out of all of them is this Philodendron Domesticum Varigata. And this plant is so freaking spectacular to me. I don't know why I love it so much, but it's so beautiful. And I love how the variegation starts out greenish color, greenish yellow, and then slowly fades to white and green. I really love that because I like the yellowish stuff, but I like the white and green stuff too, and had to have it all in one plant in a reverse, because usually they start out white and then go all green, not white. Jose Buono, which starts turning green, so it's a big difference. That's an old leaf on the Domesticum. That's an old leaf on the Jose Buono, the Philodendron. So here's our Philodendron Gigantium blizzard, and I cut this plant back outside the screen there, and got some more sunlight, and it sent out great variegated leaf. So, excuse me. I know this plant has good variegation because the first leaf it had was variegated, which is since disintegrated, but it's a nice plant also. I love it. I'm obsessed with them. So I'm gonna do most of my cuttings of them in the winter because I've had 100% success rate of just dry farming the cuttings right into the orchard floor. You know, cut like this and then plant this sticking up during the drought time here when it's a little cooler and in the shade, and they all take. So cuttings that I have done in the summer, of course I've done a lot more, but some of them can rot. So here's Philodendron Patriciae, just started sending out that new leaf. This is Philodendron Ornatum. I love that plant. I don't know why. Can't wait until the leaves get big, but that one's doing good. This is Philodendron esmeraldense. Is it narrow? No, just esmeraldense. Cutting, it's doing good. This is a Philodendron tenucross. I love this. This is so beautiful. This is that one on Etsy for like, I don't know, $18 or $13. It was a tiny little plant, and she grew it up quick and is beautiful. I know, they talk to me, these plants. They, you know, they inspire me. So I haven't really felt that inspired, and I didn't take my juice for a day. You can always tell when I'm not taking my juice, I stop making videos. And I believe it's the 30 leaf tea, you're getting nutrients and bioactive compounds from 30 different plants in a absorbable form because it's in water. And I believe I can like multitask and think about multiple things at once. When I can't do that when I'm like not drinking my teas. I notice a slowdown. I know they help. So I had some people here yesterday, some lovely people, young people, a girl from, or they're both from California. He lives in Costa Rica, yoga people, and they were really nice, and they inspired me and asked certain questions and said certain things that made me think about other things. And I'm gonna go out and look at the sugar apples. I have somebody coming by today. So people usually buy up all the sugar apples. They kind of go quick. As they come in, I sell them. It's been like perfect. So yeah, we have sugar apples for sale, $10 a pound. We still have a lot of guavas, which are delicious. And I'm gonna try to not say biodynamic or organic anymore because people know what we are, so I don't even think I need to say it. And I'm thinking I'm probably not going to continue certification on either of those certification organizations, but we are until probably December, so all 2022. Things are looking good. It rained here a little tiny bit. Wasn't supposed to, just like a tiny, just a fraction of an inch, small fraction. But it was enough to make everything wet, except under the big trees. But everything seems to be doing okay. It doesn't really seem to have any, this stuff's just not growing like I'd like it to do in the summer. But what are you doing up there, Crow? I love my bird people. So the animals disappear when people are here. People come by, they just kind of all hide. And the people that were here yesterday, the guy that lives in Costa Rica is a yoga instructor, and he says that they use these Heliconia leaves for, I guess you slather yourself with, or they slather you with aloe, and then they wrap these leaves around you. I know that I forget who did this study, but I believe I read it on the National Institute of Health. A study was done on an extract made from Heliconia rostrata, which is right up here. That's the one that hangs upside down, the lobster claw one. And they made a painkiller that was stronger than conventional painkillers. I love the bird people. They can eat all the fruit they want. I don't have to sell it. Worry about selling it then. That's Heliconia rostrata. It's the lobster claw. It hangs upside down. It's just not opened up yet. There's the expired flower. You can see it's all hanging upside down. Lost its color. I believe the plants that are still connected to the roots that are dead, the standing dead, harvest moisture from the air and can deliver it to the roots of the plant, the living section of the plant. So from the air, at night, the moisture in the air. So I kind of try to leave it all, unless it's dangling in my space. Dieffenbachia, this is Dieffenbachia camouflage. This is a pretty big plant. They don't seem to mind the drought, and neither do the calatheas. The Licula palms, sure, they would like some rain. They'd be growing a lot faster, but they seem okay too, along with the gingers. Everything, I wish it would rain, but it's not killing stuff. It's just enough. Hopefully we'll get a lot of rain to fill up everyone's water tank around here to get us through the winter, but we'll worry about that when the time comes. Trust in nature a little bit to provide the rain. So I have a trigger when people mention lawns. This is what people say to justify lawn. It's nothing against them. It's just, they always say my parents won't do without the lawn. But it's all these lawns, because I know I have a place on the water and everyone's a lawn except for us, and we're the only one that doesn't have water running across and down. It's 2.5 acres, so it's a substantial amount, but all the little lawns together add up to that too. And the water just runs right down off the lawns. They've been putting, you know, their ant poison because they can't deal with the ants. And probably spraying around their house. I have no idea, but it runs right into the lagoon. So it's kind of a trigger for me when people say that, just because I know all the animals that move into something like this, the bugs and the everything, when you don't have a lawn. And it stops water from running off in Florida. So it's all that extra carbon holds the water in place better and distributes it where it needs to go, whether it be in the soil or in another part of the yard. Because when you have the life, it like manages the web of life, water, better. So just evens it out, redistributes it. We put stuff as humans out of balance with disturbance, and lawn is a major disturbance. I know people like them, but I think you can get away with about 1/3 of a lawn and still get all the water managing benefits of unmowed lawn. So, but you got to have that 30% distributed evenly across your yard. So like a path in one area, you know, one open area. But I don't know. They're just so quick to judge something like this, people are. But if I say anything about the lawns, it's like, it's bizarre. It's, I don't know. And then if you're into native plants, you really can't be into native plants if you have all lawn. That's just, it's impossible. So, I don't know. People just need to educate themselves and adapt. Now, I'm not saying go all the way this way, but partial, yes. Meet halfway. Do half your lawn. Don't do the whole thing, and see how you like it. But I'm glad that they brought it up to me, because that's not the first time I heard that. I hear that from a lot of people that come by here. people whose parents have waterfront properties. Oh, they can't live without the lawn. I don't know. Probably not going to be able to fix the issues quickly enough, but people paid a little more attention to more than just a lawn or more than just their needs. And rather than look at the view, look at the life. Go out and look at the life. I had somebody stay the night over here, and all the animals were afraid of them. And that's a big red flag for me. And that doesn't usually happen, but in fact, it's anyway. They like went out to the pond at night, which I don't even go to my pond because we had wood duck babies in there. 3 sets of them. And wood ducks, I don't know if you've ever seen them, but you should look them up. They're pretty special ducks, and it's the first time we ever had them here. But she didn't say I went out and looked at the ducks. She said I went out and looked at the pond at sunset. But she didn't even think about the ducks or mention the ducks. And it's like, I don't know. I see stuff differently than other people, and I think it's because I do definitely it's because I eat such a wide variety of plants in my tea. I know that has something to do with it. Not just trying to sell teas, but they work. The leaf teas, the fruit tree leaf teas work, and I'm glad that I discovered that. And I'm just gonna go over to the sugar apples and look at those. This sapodilla seems to be doing great this year. It has a lot of flowers on it. It's gotten big. It's a Hasia sapodilla. This is a patamba. I never mention stuff like that because I don't really like the fruit. Hence the tree is not doing very well. The little bananas are doing good. See, these bananas would have been like twice this size if it had been raining, but they'll be okay. All plants at their own pace. Oh, that's what I was gonna say about PFASs, because I talked so much about them, or have in some previous videos. You know, I'm all paranoid about that being in the well water in Florida, because they are. But I just read a thing on them in the rain, and they're in the rainwater, and they're in rainwater that exceeds the maximum amount that the EPA set on them to take in. And it's not just any rainwater, it's all the rainwater. It's rainwater in the most remote regions. Well, duh, stuff moves through water and air. When I see stuff on the news, like oil burning and like a lightning hit some oil refinery somewhere and it burst into flames, and it's like, and all they say is, oh, well, it was kept from going through in the water and then it has all this black smoke. Well, if it's in the air, it's going in the water. The air moves it through the water eventually. Everything is air and water, moves through air and water. Even you, your DNA, the plant's DNA, the pollution that we're creating. The PFASs, air and water. So if the water's polluted, the air is polluted. So the houseplant people with the semi-hydro systems in their houses, and then they use slow release fertilizers from unknown origin. well, you know that they're like the nastiest ones. So you may not be eating the plants, but you're breathing them, because the way they get in the water is by moving in you, because you're 98% water, right? So if you have them in your house, you're polluting your air. That's how it works. Stuff moves through water and air. So I'm looking at these sugar apples. Just got some yesterday and they're looking good. So there's a sugar apple that's like ripe on the thing that I didn't get yesterday. I need to pick it, but I'm gonna do that. I don't want to do it now. The Atemoyas are getting bigger. Those are priestly Atemoyas. I could tell just by their shape. Yeah, there's some sugar apples. See, because I missed picking, because I got the COVID shot, the 4th booster, and I got sicker than a dog. I don't know who's right on that, but I started getting the shots, so I'm just going to continue getting them. I understand if you don't get them, I get it, but since I'm elderly and I used to smoke, my partner talked me into it, so I got the shots. But every time I get the shot now, I get sick, so it's the only time I ever get sick. I lived in Florida for a long time, like almost 10 years before I ever got sick. Who knows what's right? It's like the nitrogen fertilizer. Oh yeah, there's some nice ones on here. The nitrogen fertilizer recommendations, which I understand they've upgraded for citrus. They still don't know which ones are right. Too many different people tell you different amounts, so it's just like that. It's like, well, who knows? Because some people that don't get the shots have super genes. Is that because they never got the shot? So it's like, not everything's studied at once. But I got the shot and I couldn't come out here for 2 days. Thank you, COVID shot. But I got quite a bit of sugar apples left. $10 a pound. They're all different sizes, so it's a very long season. I don't know, there's not that many commercial sugar apple farms in Florida. Almost as rare as, or probably as rare as biodynamic farms. Everything growing the exact same way, naturally, no water. Zebu manure inputs. Yeah, those bananas, they were struggling from the drought. This was a little tiny, see a new leaf on that one, so little tiny rhizomes I planted. Okay, let's go look at the guavas. How do I get over there? Right over here. I had to create a new path plan. So this thing got like fried from the drought. This is like the only one, but they also put this pole here. That wasn't there. I came out and it was there. Thank God it was done without me seeing it being done. This ginger got a little droughty too. These guavas are good. I actually like guavas now. I was just coming over here to get one. Here's one. I don't want to eat that big one. But we got a lot. These trees are like so productive. We have some little seed grown trees, but they're all little. I was late to like guavas. I wasn't raised with them, and I didn't care for them. But they're good. I like now. No worms. No worries, no worms. I sold our first guavas yesterday. Nobody really wants guavas. Maybe because I didn't say a price. I gave him a good deal because it was the first purchase of the guavas. But we got so many of them, I'd rather sell them than have them go to waste. I'm surely not going to get all the seeds out of them because nobody's contacted me for seeds either. These citrus are looking good. These little peck marks, these are peck marks from birds on the citrus. They do it a certain time of year, it seems, and then they don't do it again in the early summer. I didn't get all of them, but anyway, it's Frog Valley Tropical Fruit Farm. I hope you have a beautiful day.